Hey there, it's Chris with Footbridge Media. It's spooky season. Everyone is out there watching their favorite horror movies. Mine is the original Scream franchise. Stockpiling their go-to fun-size candies. Mine's Reese's. And prepping their Halloween costumes. Low-budget Viking. But if you're scaring away your prospective leads with the scary website, then you've got double toil and trouble along with your lead gen problems. So what's potentially frightening about your website? Let's take a look at those monsters that might be lurking in the closet or under the bed. We've got all that information listed right here. Let's talk about that. You need to have a pretty website, or at the very least, a not scary looking website. This is a time where you don't want to look DIY. If you want to be considered professional, you have to have a professional look. If you don't have a website that has that professional look that a customer is looking for, they're going to leave and they're going to find a different website from a different business that more aligns with the aesthetic that they're looking for. When it comes to navigating a website, your customer is looking for something very specific. They may be looking for a service page to make sure that they're reassuring themselves that they're exactly where they need to be. They may want to look at your online reviews. They may want to look at your galleries. Ultimately, they want to get to your contact page. The harder it is for website visitors to find that path, and by find that path, I mean having the right menu structure, the right buttons and linking, the harder it is for that to happen, the less likely they are to make it to the contact page. And no matter how hard your website is to navigate, the one thing that all customers know how to navigate to is the back button. So your user will simply escape if they don't understand your website. They're not going to invest the time in figuring out how your website works. They're just going to go, and they're going to go to a competitor instead. When we talk about the images on your website, we're talking about two specific things here. We're talking about image quality. So we're talking about making sure we have good images that are representative of your work, that look sharp, and we're talking about image quality, specifically the file size of how photos work. So for the first one, especially if you are in a visually enthralling business, if you're a pressure washer, painter, or remodeler, you need to have pictures that look great, that are really representative of how good your work is. If all of the photos on your website are from the 90s and they're old and blurry and they were uploaded when you could only upload film pictures via scan, when digital photos weren't even a thing, if you have any of that, that's representative of your work. If those photos look bad, that's what people are going to think about the quality of your work. So upload good pictures, update those image galleries and those project posts. When it comes to the other part of image quality, we can get really technical and talk about DPI and image fidelity, but at the end of the day, you need to have a balance of pictures that are big enough to not look grainy and pixelated, but also small enough to where they're not going to impede your load time. That's not something that happens by accident. That's something that takes a skilled pro, and it takes a little bit of professional assistance. When it comes to website load time, everyone's experienced it. You try to go to a website, you click on a link, and you wait. And you wait. And you wait a little more, and you think maybe I didn't click the link properly, so you click on it again, and it still goes nowhere. Then what do? You go back. You click on a different website. You completely abandon that first website. Don't be that first website. Look, technical optimization is not a particularly sexy part of the web development process, but it is absolutely vital. Fast websites keep visitors engaged. Slow websites send website visitors into the arms of your competition. Everyone's sick of talking about online reviews, but it's true. Online reviews from complete strangers have a major impact on not only your SEO, not only the search engine optimization, but also on how people do their research before they even start to look at a website or consider what company to move forward with. While negative reviews can't be avoided, they can be mitigated. That's the benefit of using automated review management systems like the ones we have at Footbridge Media to help you get more positive reviews faster and easier so you can drown out those negative reviews. Your website launch should not be the only time you add content to your website. Project posts are such a simple way to generate a constant stream of fresh content without adding too much stress. The purpose of adding content to your website is to grow your website visibility. So when you do add content, be purposeful. Do it with a goal in mind. Otherwise, it's going to look like you've ghosted your website. And after that, search engines are going to ghost you too. The web has completely transitioned. We started off as desktop first, then we talked about mobile friendly, and now we're mobile first design. At this point, the majority of web traffic, over 60% last I checked out the stats, came from mobile devices and tablets. So it's no longer optional to think about desktop computing only. And your website has to run great, whether they're on Wi-Fi, whether they're on their mobile data, their home network, or their work network. Your website needs to be really prepared with mobile first in mind. And that's, again, something that needs professional assistance. That's not something that most folks can do by themselves. If you don't have a purposeful plan for search engine optimization, then you might as well be the invisible man, as pictured here. SEO planning starts in the initial build process, and it continues on for forever after that. SEO is never done. Just like with online reviews, good SEO does not happen by accident. How you write, design, link, code, and continually maintain your website all have to do with the ongoing long-term search engine optimization success of your website. And if you want to get more leads for less cost, that's incredibly key. So with the right planning and online marketing partnerships, you can keep those customers coming and leave the haunted house operations to the experts. If you need an expert with some web or contractor marketing help, then take a look at Footbridge Media. Footbridge Media is contractor marketing that generates leads, and we've done so since 2004. With over 2,000 clients that trust us and over 150 5-star positive reviews, and a starting cost as low as $249 per month, it almost seems silly to not at least consider using Footbridge Media. So if you want to read more details about the ways that you need to stop scaring away your customers, if you want more contractor marketing tips and tricks, or if you'd like to see how Footbridge Media can help you this spooky season and many spooky seasons beyond, check us out online at footbridgemedia.com.